So for this summer, we will be adding evidence into Empower. So I'm going to show you how to create a group for your summer school students. So up here where your rosters are, you can create your own group by clicking on this plus sign next to it. In here, you want to name it whatever you want, summer school. You need to choose a content area. And then a start date. You'll want to start it like now so that you can actually see the students show up in your Empower before summer school starts. So you want to pick a date like now so that you can actually see them. And I'll just leave this alone because that's as far as it's going to go. You can make it so that other people, co-teachers or anybody else can be part of this group. So you would just type their name in and they'll pop up and you would want to do the teacher account. Or if you have nobody, you don't need to do that. Other people can find your group, so you can make it so that they need to ask permission to. That's what I would do. And then here is where you add the specific learners or students. So just for example, I'm going to click East Middle School, and I'm going to put my 8th graders. Now it's up to you if you have a blended group, if they're 6, 7, 7, 8, or 6, 7, 8, you can put them all into one group, or you could put them into 3 separate groups. The only difference is that you would have to add all of the standards for the 3 different levels or 2 different levels into one grade book. So it's totally up to you, and I'll show you that in a little bit. So I'm just going to add a couple, for example, so you can see. Here we go. So you would add whatever students. Do you want the students to see it on their homepage? You could hide it from them so they don't see it, or you could keep it so that they can see it. Either way, it doesn't really matter. And you don't really need any of these other optional settings. So we'll save it. Okay, so I'm going to close and go to my home screen. So now you'll see it pop up in your list of classes. I have summer school. This was an old one I practiced with. But you won't see anything until you create a grade book. So now you want to create a new grade book. Again, I would just give it a simple title, and then you get to select the standards. So again, let's say I was teaching a blend. These are the priority standards that we have decided upon. 8 and 2. Okay, so those are only the 8th grade standards. Now I want to go in and add 7th grade standards because I'm going to have a blend of students. Oops. Okay, click too many times. Okay. So then it's already assigned to them. You would just X out and you've picked all the standards that you need. And of course, you can always go back and you can add more standards by hitting edit. So if you realize that you missed one or you messed it up or something, you can go back and edit it. Now, obviously, there's no tasks yet. I haven't assigned them any work. I haven't graded anything. So there's nothing in here yet. But if you go over to the standard, it's already going to pull their levels of mastery on those different standards. So you can see that they need help in these areas. And so these are the areas that I'm going to try to grow them in this summer. So that is it. You can go back and you can edit your summer school group. So if you need to add more students or if you need to take some away, you can do that.